Hey y'all, I'm back. So God has been speaking a lot this week. Um, and this is not for everyone right now. And so take it back to God. This could be for you at a later date. Doesn't necessarily mean it's right now, but there are people that this is for right now. And I'll start with Genesis 2:23. The man said, "Now this is bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh." There is an awakening that has happened. There is scales that have fallen from the eyes and an awakening that has happened. And this brought me back even to a dream that I had like last year where I was walking into this like pink hotel, and pink represents like love, right? And I walk past a room that my spouse is in, and he's literally like the door is open, and I just peek in, and he's like laying there asleep, right? But I start to walk away, right? And as I'm walking away, he sits up. Like he literally just like like that and awakens. And I was like, "Whoa." And remember, it was pink. So pink representing love. God was showing me like love being awakened, the man being awakened. So there's an awakening. And God spoke to me a lot through music this week. And so I'm going to be putting out, I feel, a few different lyrical messages. And so this one came through a song called I Should Have Married You by Old Dominion. And it says, actually, he highlighted to me specific verses that says, well, no, I'll just read it. We were walking down the boardwalk, watching the stars out on the ocean. We were drunk on margaritas, and that might have been my moment. So it's almost like they're sitting there thinking of all the times, or maybe a few times that they could have just did it and they didn't. Like they had opportunities, right? They have had opportunities to do so, but they did not take up those opportunities, right? And it says, but we stood there in silence and watched the waves crash. Vacation with your family. After midnight in the kitchen, I was hanging out with your dad. I could have asked him, but I didn't. Again, like kind of thinking of the times that they had the opportunity to marry you, but they didn't take those opportunities. They didn't take those chances for whatever reason. Everyone's different. Um and it says, I don't know why. I guess I had more time. Remember, I just said in a word like a few weeks ago, last week, they felt for some time that, time was in their hands. Like they had all the time in the world, but now they're starting to realize that time is not on their side. Like they don't just have all the time in the world, right? Like things they're almost feeling like they've ran out of time. And it says, if I hadn't been so young and stupid, yeah, I let someone beat me to it. Don't know what you got until you lose it. Sometimes you don't know what you have until you lose it, right? And I just said that in a word too last week. Like they're kind of feeling that way. Like sometimes it takes God having to, remove you and separate you from them. It takes God having to take things from you in order to realize what you had right in front of you, to give you a new perspective, to see things from a different perspective, right? um Guess I blew it. I should have married you. Maybe I thought I needed freedom. Maybe freedom was something that was holding them back, some of them, right? They just felt like they didn't want someone to tie them down. They didn't want to be tied to something like that, tied to commitment like that for whatever reason. Again, everyone's reasoning is different. Maybe it's all about the timing. Maybe I shouldn't, maybe I wouldn't let my ego let somebody tie me down. Um, God has to or has been working on that ego, or will work on that ego, right? He's going to tear down pride and all of those things that they've been operating out of. It says, but I can't blame you for not waiting around. You know, some of you may have had to put your foot down because they have just been twiddling with this for so long, right? Where they just thought they had all the time in the world, they could do it whenever they wanted, but God has other plans, right? And dating and anything outside of marriage is not God's plans. God ordained marriage. Just marriage is something that God desires and God wills, right? I don't even think dating is anywhere in the Bible. Courting or whatever, but dating for like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, no. Like, no. So it says, that's just the way it goes. I should have seen it through. And so God might have you separate from them and put, obviously he's done that and taken them through judgment and all of the things that has just given them a different perspective. But for a long time, they just wouldn't do it, right? They weren't stepping into the full will of God. And it says, I should have let you know. I should have said I do, but when I still had back when I still had the chance, I should have married you. They're now realizing who you are. There has been an awakening. Like, they are now realizing that you are their missing rib, that you are their wife. They're starting to, regret not marrying you when they had the chance. They're awakening. God is starting to awaken that love, those feelings in them. He's being able to show them things that they couldn't see before because they were asleep. They couldn't see, right? But now they are awakening and know without a doubt that it's you and that it's always been you. So that's this word. And there's going to be multiple other lyrical messages after this one. They're all tied together. They all go together, but it's just from different songs that God gave me this week. But this one is specifically God saying that this person has awakened. God has started awakening love in them for you. They are now awake to the truth, right? God has revealed the truth, started revealing the truth. And the truth is that you are their missing rib, right? So Adam has awakened. They now know who you are to them, and they are starting to feel regrets, right? Like, man, like, it's always been this person, maybe you left them, God led you to back away from them, and now, they're like, man, I should have done that when I had the chance, the opportunity, and they're just sitting in kind of regret now that they see the full picture of you and who you are, right? So that's this word. Take it back to God. This may be for you, but not now, at a later date. I don't know. That's between you and God. So take it back to God and sit with him on it. But I do pray that it reaches the right people at the right time. If you feel led to sow, my information will be in the description box. I do appreciate every seed that is sown. I pray that God blesses you in return. And I appreciate all of your encouraging comments and everything outside of that, and your support. I appreciate all of you, and I just pray that y'all have a blessed rest of your evening, and I will see you on my next video. Okay, bye.